Yo, Everyday Superpower, the place where you learn about body language, human psychology, the relationship between man and woman, game, and everything in between. Yes, today I'm gonna talk to you about putting yourself in a dominant position in relation to the feminine submissive position. And this is going to go deeper than purely man and woman. Or should I say, not as deep as man and woman, because we're not speaking on the biological basis, but we're going to approach a more psychological approach as opposed to a biological. This is going to be some good game, and I'll try to put it first and foremost as well as I can do. Okay, I'll try to have it make sense as well as I can, right? So the woman is submissive to the man. That is the way our nature works, and to subvert reality as they try to do, they try to rid our understanding or reality of the man being in such position. They put that as toxic. They say that's toxic, and they try to empower the woman into the masculine space to a degree where it's incredibly detrimental for the family unit, because then who looks after the kid? You know? Oh, well, the man can now. Why can't we? It's all about equality. The man stays at home and now is not driven to be number one within their field, whereas the woman wears the trousers in the relationship and blah, 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 blah. When we remove what we are told we should be, and you look at the reality of what we are and how we react and communicate with each other, especially on a sexual basis, because as far as toxic masculinity is concerned, it seems to me that the toxic masculine are the ones who might have some of the most luck with females. Am I wrong in saying that? Those with the more carefree traits and accentuated masculine characteristics, generally speaking, they may have, a little more of an edge with the women than the soft ass who has to pretend that he is not of his nature because he's been told it's wrong. Yeah? We're not shameful over here. So, with that being said, naturally speaking, the man is in dominant position, and that's not to alleviate the woman of their power, because the submissive is the perfect balance to the dominant, such is the follower to the leader, such is the consumer to the seller, such is the left, right, up, down, black, white, whatever. There's a perfect balance, and both parties play as important as a role as the other. It's a 50-50 dynamic and relationship. It's perfectly, the equality is incredible, right? It's perfect. It's the way nature intended. So now we go into the psychological realm, having spoken about the biological. And with the psychological realm, I would say if you wanted to amplify and influence in a dominant manner and turn this woman on as you are a masculine and dominant, accentuated dominant character, when you find reason to do so, you must play those in leadership roles. And what do I mean by that? I mean, you play the father, you play the older brother, you play the teacher, you play the counselor, the therapist. What else? You play the supervisor. Not to an extent where you state what you are and who you are, because that would be fantasy. Although if she wants to look at you as a teacher, if she wants to look at you like a father figure, if she wants to look at you of a leader through whichever lens, She is more likely to fall in love with you because you are showcasing the characteristics of a real man. Okay? Does she need direction in her life? Generally speaking, a lot of people might do. We do as men. And to have a woman by our sides who can tell us when we're overreacting or when we're blah-de-blah-de-blah, it's helpful, right? We think, I'm blessed to have you. Thank you for this alternate perspective of something I might not have perceived normally. Okay? That's not to say we don't have different perspectives, and generally speaking, you as the man might be a little more logical and rational, but when it comes to being perceptive and when it comes to seeing things we don't, the woman is going to see that. Why wouldn't she? She's got different eyes to realize different substance in this world, different material in this world that we can't perceive. So we put ourselves first and foremost. When that woman asks you a question, you've got an answer because she has submitted to the point of putting herself in the position of the student and speaking to you as the teacher, the leadership manifest. Make sense? When she comes to you for emotional support, such as she did her big brother who is now elsewhere, such as she did her father, which is now elsewhere because she's a grown-up and she has had to leave the father. She can come to you and you can reignite and re-spark and kindle and comfort that woman with the feelings she once felt as a child. It's incredibly regressive in nature. As the logical, you can manage and give direction. You can give order to the chaos she may exist within during emotional turmoil. That's not to say she wants an answer when she's emotional, but she wants a sturdy rock there to be with her. I don't normally say this, but if you are to do some research by yourself, I would make a list of any position of authority in society and see as to how you can indirectly portray that, even minutely, during one particular answer of a question or one particular conversation or circumstance, and how you can portray that character, and you can apply that to who you are, and you will create this multifaceted, dominant, educated, comforting character who she relies on, who she believes, who she trusts, who she loves with all her heart. It's of benefit. And just to finalize, on the flip side, we've spoken of this before. I'm not saying that to say you have to pretend to be who you are not. That's not the case. But these positive qualities should be something you want to be anyway. We're not looking at negative qualities here. We're looking at comforting qualities. We're looking at putting ourselves in harm's way, essentially for the sake of assisting and aiding this fairer sex whom we should do so. When it comes to the flip side, the man might be looking out for the woman. You know? The mother in particular, who looked after us, who cared for us, who cooked, who cleaned, who ensured we didn't go without clothes on our backs. And I'm not speaking for everyone, of course I'm not. But the wiring within us needed that as a necessity when we were younger. Now the absence of it might make that maternal character even more powerful, given we never received that during our youth, and now we finally got it, albeit during our adulthood stage. But even as an adult, what is an adult? It's just an older child. That's some deep game. I want you to click like and subscribe on this one. I got 2 links down in the description of the video, soon to be more. Yeah, one of them will take you through to the catalogue of body language. It's my A to B of understanding people's nonverbal behaviour just by observing them. Second to that is the Patreon, where you'll join me in watching real dates, and I'll point out the attraction and repulsion cues in real time, and you'll see that manifest in your day to day, and you'll learn how to be Casanova, right? I'm uploading every day for a moment, so click subscribe. I'm out.